Well, it's been a year of disturbing near collisions and near misses in American skies as reports of fatigue and short staffing in air traffic control centers are being made very public. And now a new Federal Aviation Administration panel will investigate the safety concerns found in its own report surrounding limited staffing. That shortage could affect the busiest travel season of the year. So joining us now live, we have Congressman John Garamendi out of California and member of the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. Congressman, thanks for being with us.
Good to be with you. Good morning.
Good morning. I guess for starters, my first question to you out of the gate is, how are lawmakers planning to assist the FAA in addressing the air traffic control safety issues, and specifically when it does come to shortages? I mean, as we all know now, some of these employees have been found to be working a ton of overtime. They're exhausted.
Well, they certainly are. I've been working with the air traffic controllers for many years, and indeed they are exhausted. They're overworked and they are understaffed. There's no doubt about it. In this year's FAA reauthorization, which we do about once every 5 years, working with Chairman Sam Graves and Ranking Member Rick Larson, we have put into the House version of the FAA reauthorization a series of reforms so that there will be adequate air traffic controllers. First of all, the FAA uses a staffing model that is in part based upon available money, not upon safety, but rather upon the available money to staff. Also, many of the facilities, the towers, are old, antiquated, and not modernized as they need to be. And so what we want to do is to get this bill passed and get underway with the necessary hiring, training, and retention of the air traffic controllers.
Yeah, I know a lot of travelers are worried and they want their fears quelled, and hopefully changes are on the horizon. What is, I was thinking of this as everybody is heading to the airport. I'm headed to the airport here in 20 minutes myself. What's your message to Americans who have been inundated with these kinds of headlines? The pilots fatigue, the crews fatigue, the mid-flight near misses, and they're worried about the state of aviation right now. What do you tell folks?
Well, tell them that the air traffic controllers that are working are doing everything they possibly can to stay on the job and to deal with the safety issues. Actually, air traffic safety in the United States is safe. However, there have been the incidents that you've already described and that many of us are aware. I fly back and forth across this country at least 50 times a year, maybe more than that. The result is, yeah, I'm concerned along with everybody else. However, flying is safe, certainly compared to being on the highways. Now, the bottom line here is we need to improve the situation. That's what this legislation will do. The FAA is aware of it. We simply need to hire the people, retain them, train them, and give them the very best facilities. That's what the legislation will do. We need to get that passed. The president signed it, and get on with hiring and training.
Yeah, we know it's certainly all hands on deck to bring to fruition those changes that are so desperately needed within the aviation community. Congressman John Garamendi, thank you so much, and good luck with everything. We know you got a full plate.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.